Popok with a Legal AF YouTube exclusive. I am not buying for a minute that Donald Trump is not going to debate Kamala Harris again before the election. I know he's saying he's done debating. There won't be any debates. It's too late for the debates. They had their chance for the debates, but there is no way, I posit, that Donald Trump is going to let JD Vance, his 90-pound weakling of a vice presidential candidate, get the last word in to the American people before the election. First of all, JD Vance is going to get wiped and knocked out by Tim Walz, because JD Vance has a whole bunch of things he's going to have to explain, including before he had a beard and when he first wrote Hillbilly Elegy attacking Donald Trump mercilessly for being America's Hitler, for being a narcotic in the needle in the arm of America, for being an idiot. And then comments that he's even made on the campaign trail, which demonstrate that deep down inside, he still harbors those same feelings, those same apprehensions about Donald Trump. Makes comments about out-of-touch billionaires. Donald Trump decides he's going to waste all of the remaining days of the campaign talking about a blood libel against the proud Haitian community in Ohio and talking about cats and dogs being eaten. So JD Vance, if you hear Donald Trump tell it, he's okay with having JD Vance and that be the last presentation and the closing argument to the American people? No way. In the history of the debates, the vice presidential debate has always been somewhere between the first and second debate or the second and third debate of the president. And for the presidency wants to have that primetime moment right before the election, not for those that have already voted. Yes, the ones that have early voted because they're already dyed-in-the-wool Republicans or Democrats. But there is that small group of 1, 2 to 5% of the electorate that's important in an election that could be decided by only 40,000 people, that breaks late, that votes late. You know those people that Christmas shop at 11 p.m. Christmas Eve, that group, that's the same group that votes late. And they want that last bit of data. And there is no way that Donald Trump is going to turn down an opportunity to speak to the American people one way or the other in another debate. So I am not buying. And here's where I think we'll all follow it here on the new Legal AF YouTube. If JD Vance does as poorly as I believe he's going to do, then you'll see Donald Trump demand to have a second debate with Kamala Harris. Now, Kamala Harris has already come out and said, as she should, as late as this Saturday, that she accepts the CNN debate that would be scheduled for the 23rd of October. Same format, same moderators, same everything as the Trump debate against Biden, which Trump loved, right? He bragged about it. He said he loved the ratings. He loved the moderators. And look, poor Joe Biden got so beat he had to leave the race. All right. Let's do it again. That shows you the confidence of Kamala Harris. Same room, same moderators, same debate structure and format. Let's go. Now, Donald Trump has always said anywhere, anytime, except apparently October 23rd on CNN. And now the Democratic National Committee, outside his rallies that Donald Trump is participating in, is running a mobile billboard calling Donald Trump a chicken with a visual of a chicken and Donald Trump. Now, Donald Trump hates to be embarrassed. It is not a stretch to say that the reason Donald Trump ran for office the first time, when he never considered it at all, is when President Obama, embarrassed him in front of a White House Correspondents' Dinner where everybody laughed at his expense. I mean, look, it was classic Barack Obama and his sense of humor. You know, when he ran against Donald Trump, who was a birther, who told everybody who would listen that Barack Obama wasn't born here. I want to see his birth certificate. No, that's the short form. I want to see the long form birth certificate. He wasn't born here. He was born in Nigeria, or or Kenya, whatever the claims were. When obviously Barack Obama was born here in Hawaii. There are contemporaneous birth announcements in the Honolulu News for Barack Obama's birth back in 1963. Come on. But Barack Obama, because he's got a great sense of humor, decided to embarrass Donald Trump. So he ran that classic video of a scene from Lion King, where he's the baby lion's being held up and all the animals react. and celebrate. And he put a timestamp on the bottom and he said, here's my birth video that's just been discovered. And all the cameras turned to Donald Trump. And he was there with that face. You know that face I'm talking about? The one like a 4-day-old bass that's at the fish market. Yeah. And that lit the fuse for Donald Trump to run against the Democratic Party. I don't think we'd be here today. He would have committed all the crimes that he committed, but I don't think we'd be here today if it wasn't for that. So I think it's smart for the DNC to call Donald Trump's bluff and call him chicken and hit him where he lives. I'm just here to posit that Donald Trump and his campaign is going to watch carefully JD Vance. And if and when JD Vance gets slaughtered by Tim Walz, if he thinks he's going to beat, the former social studies teacher and football coach, because, he's a Yale law grad and Rhodes Scholar, whatever, forget it. JD Vance is not a man of the people. So far, it's been the incredible shrinking, two things we've been watching, the incredible shrinkage of JD Vance and his foot and mouth disease. I mean, it happens every place he goes. Everything takes away and detracts from the Trump campaign. His attacks on women, his attacks on a brown and black people despite being married to a brown woman, a brown American. His attacks on education, his attacks on the Haitian community, which is a proxy for his attacks on people that immigrated to this country, like my grandparents and my great-grandparents. So once that happens, there's no way that, who thinks out there, I should do a poll. Who thinks out there that Donald Trump is going to let JD Vance make the closing argument to the American people before the election? Now, look, election scientists, I know that's a weird combination of words, but people that follow election results will tell you that at the waning days of the election, there's a group of people, a stubborn 2 to 5% that haven't yet made up their mind. They're waiting to the last moment. And Donald Trump's going to give up that time. What's he going to do? Scrounge all of his money together, all these $100 bills that he's handing out at grocery stores, one $100 bill, mind you, as a performative art piece. He's going to scrounge up his last remaining dollars. He's going to put on a big ad, some big ad before the election that nobody's going to watch. That's what he's going to do instead? No. He's going to step in and say, I want a debate. The people demand a debate. But right now, having gotten beaten with both sides of the stick by Kamala Harris, having dispelled every myth that he created about Kamala Harris in one debate, there's no way he's going to go back into that debate room until JD Vance craps his pants. That rhymes. Put that on a bumper sticker. Until JD Vance craps his pants on national TV, you're then going to see them singing and whistling a different tune. And chicken Donald Trump anytime, anywhere is going to try to go on the offensive and think that the American people forgot that he does not want to debate again and has told the American people he doesn't want to debate again. And I want that debate. I want Kamala Harris on October the 23rd to have the final say and the final word in the presentation to the American people when she's speaking to that 2 to 5% stubborn group that's voting late and Christmas shopping late. That's what I want. And I think the more the DNC and Kamala Harris's campaign try to embarrass Donald Trump, call him a chicken, call him a coward, call him a yellow stain, the more we're going to get Donald Trump's hackles up and him committing to this election and to this debate. And that's all we can do. We're going to report it all. You've joined me. You're here. You're on the new Legal AF YouTube channel. I never thought you'd make it. We're doing this in collaboration with the Midas Touch Network. Of course, those are our brothers, our mamas and our papas. We're not going anywhere. But this is the Legal AF MTN YouTube channel where we sit at the intersection of law and politics. We don't blow smoke or sunshine. I'm curating all of the content here. You're going to hear from new content providers. We're doing a new show on a regular basis called Unprecedented, where we sit and talk about the Supreme Court and the upcoming term that starts on the first Monday in October all the way through July. And I think this will be a very momentous Supreme Court as it gets involved again with the election, I am sure. So if you haven't already, reach out, free subscribe to Legal AF MTN, the new Legal AF channel, and help us build this channel, this pro-democracy channel from the ground up. You might not have been part of the original first 100,000, first million of the Midas Touch build. I welcome you. Help us get to 100,000 by Halloween. 100,000 by Halloween. And I'm not going to sleep until then. Has nothing to do with my newborn only being 3 months old. I'm not going to sleep until we get to 100,000 by Halloween. And you can help me do it. We appreciate you being part of our audience. We appreciate you being part of our journey as part of your own. And we'll bring it to you without blowing smoke or sunshine. No censorship right here on Legal AF MTN. Tell your friends about us and free subscribe and leave a comment. So until my next hot take, until my next Legal AF podcast on the Midas Touch Network, until my next exclusive content right here, this is Michael Popok, and I am reporting. In collaboration with the Midas Touch Network, we just launched the Legal AF YouTube channel. Help us build this pro-democracy channel where I'll be curating the top stories, the intersection of law and politics. Go to YouTube now and free subscribe at Legal AF MTN. That's at Legal AF MTN.